Hey, pretty good. East Coast to West Coast. How you doing?
Oh, my mic was off. So, how you doing, Jeremy? You said pretty good, East Coast to West Coast.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just here. Um, this Licensed Ball Podcast. I'm Bilal, and I got a special guest, Jeremy. I guess that's the proper intro. Um, all right, so we're just here to talk about the Week 6 previews. Okay, so how's it out there in Martinsburg?
Not bad at all. What is it? 1:30 in the morning here. Good morning to you.
Good morning. All right, let me see. Okay, so we'll start off with the Thursday night football. Okay, we got the Eagles versus the Giants. Um, the Eagles 12th in the league points scored, 16 points allowed, 22nd for the Giants in points allowed, 31st passing, 13th passing for the Giants, which is weird. Rushing rank 13 and 25th rushing rank for the Eagles. Um, Yeah, those are some interesting numbers, but we can't let them fool you. I feel like the Eagles are um, a much more dominant team. Um, but what did you say was happening, Jeremy? Was there like a players' meeting or something?
Yeah, I mean, you currently got a 6.5 point spread, which I think is a little light, especially with the Eagles coming off their first loss here to the Broncos. They had a players only meeting on Monday with Hurts, Brown, Barkley, just trying to get the chemistry cleared up a little bit. And I think they come back this week. I think they clear up what they needed to clear up, and I don't think the loss was too bad because I think the Broncos are a pretty good team. It wasn't like they lost to someone who wasn't respectable, but I think it was a wake up call for them. I think they had that meeting, and I think they got themselves back on page. And I think we see that Thursday night.
And you said a players' meeting, so it was a players only meeting. Do you think they were probably discussing AJ Brown?
I think so. I think they got so many weapons. I mean, you got Goddard, you got Dotson, you got Smith, Barkley. There's only so many places to go around. He wants the ball a little bit more, and as long as they're winning, to me, that's fine. So
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I don't Dart. I think he got exposed last week, and pretty much their only spark they have is Cam Scatterboo. Um, Dart still has a huge learning curve, and I think this is the perfect year for him to audition, but he definitely has to do better than what he did last week. All right, so who we got next?
who'd you have on that game? You had the Eagles, or you got the Giants?
I got the Eagles. I think the Eagles, they pulled through. You know, for them, it'll just be kind of a game to sharpen their knives, while for the Giants, it's kind of a win-win too because they don't expect to win, and if Dart does good, then they're like, oh, okay, we have some hope going in for the rest of the. Well, I wouldn't even say the rest of this season, but just for next year. All right, so we got Dallas versus uh, Carolina, and can you see the stats, Jeremy?
Not on yours, no.
Oh, so on my live stream, the stats aren't showing up.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the live stream on your thing.
Oh, um, it's not showing on YouTube.
All right, I got it. I got it.
Okay, it's showing up.
Yep,
Oh, because I was wondering why. Okay, yeah, perfect. I was like, does he see the numbers?
I see them now. Yep.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So, and real quick, there you go. There's you. How you looking, buddy? All right.
They had a good week last week with that rushing. What was it, 200 some yards
Mm-hmm.
with one player?
Yeah, for Carolina, right, or Dallas?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Carolina.
yeah. So I'm surprised they're 2-3 this early in the season. They already got two games. But with Dallas, you got Dak playing at an MVP level. I might have to go with them. It's they've talked about him being MVP before, but I think he's really putting up some big numbers. It's gonna be crazy that if things continue the way they are, it'll be him and Daniel Jones as the top contenders for MVP. That's just wild, you know. Um, you got Josh Allen too. Obviously, he's always in the mix, but um, it's Dak is definitely putting up some numbers. Fourth in points scored, 29th in points allowed though, which is obviously they have a bad defense. Uh, third passing rank, eighth rushing rank, and then uh, three in takeaway differential, -3 for both of them. So not really evenly matched, even though the numbers kind of look close. I think Dallas wins this one easy.
What do you think the change is for Dak based on what's happened in previous seasons? Do you think it's Pickens? Do you think they added more? Is it more protection? What do you think the change has been this year over previous years?
Honestly, he's had great years before. So I don't see that much of a change. I just see he's just been doing this for so long, and can he do it when it matters? There's been a few seasons where he's had MVP level season and just tanks in the first round of the playoffs. And I think that's always been his Achilles heel is that I, is my voice going off in yours too? Yeah, I think I hear echo. Hopefully it's not in the stream, but we'll see. Um, yeah, I just I don't think much changed. He does well in the regular season, give or take, and then he tanks in the postseason. So he's had a few other seasons like this where he was playing really well. So I guess that question you could ask me that when the playoffs come, because I know he's gonna tank. Especially coming from a Commanders fan. All right.
No, no, but I agree with you. I think the Cowboys take this one.
Yeah. You think they beat? Oh yeah, they get the Panthers. Yeah, that's an easy
Yeah,
call. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we got the Cardinals. Um, I think the Colts, will just walk all over them in this one too. 20. I mean, the numbers don't even matter. It's just the Colts are just that much better. But 20, 30 points scored versus second. Um, hold on, let me see. 20, 30 points scored versus second. Fourth in points allowed, which is actually really good. But even the Colts beat them in that. They got the edge. And then passing, rushing. Rushing looks kind of similar, but you got to look at the points scored, points allowed, and the takeaway differential. I mean, the Colts just blow right through them. If you're looking at just the numbers, but if you're looking at the eye test, um, I got the Colts just whooping them. Daniel Jones is having a hell of a year. Never thought I'd say that, but yeah, it's that's an easy one. How about you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, and it's crazy to see that with Daniel Jones and a lot of these throwaway quarterbacks. You thought that they would just be done. You see that with Mayfield. You see it with Darnold. You see it with Mac Jones in San Francisco right now. You got it with Daniel Jones. It's just crazy what a change of scenery, a change of offensive playing can do, and what can happen here. I mean, you got Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor. All of a sudden, they're the second highest scoring offense. 4-1, 6.5 court spread. Again, I think that 6.5, I think that's light. I think the Colts easily win this one.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Let me see. So, do you hear echo on my voice?
I don't have the stream
Okay.
audio on.
Okay. Let me see. Um, I wonder if I close this room. Yeah, I hear echo. Let me see. Um, can you hear me? Okay, see, I turned you down. I found the source. I'm listening to your screen, and let me see. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Um, how about now?
Yep.
Nope. Say something again.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm picking up your like I can hear my voice coming in from your signal, but if I mute it, then you can't hear me. How about now? No. All right. Well, we'll see how it plays out in the stream. We got it. The show must go on. All right. And this is some wild news. Not that it matters. Green Bay wins this one easy, but they got Flacco in there and he's gonna start. What do you think about all that?
The spread on this one is 14 and a half. That is a crazy spread number. And I think they cover it. The crazy thing is with Flacco, the only game that the Packers lost was against the Browns. And Flacco was the quarterback there. He didn't do anything really with the Browns there, but I don't see him doing anything with the Bengals here either. They're giving up 27 points a game, and even with Jamar Chase, I can't see it.
Yeah, yeah. And then if you look at the numbers here, um, as far as points allowed, they're 30th in the league, and there's 32 teams. So that's just terrible. Um, you got 29th point scored, 29th in passing, 32nd in rushing. They're dead last in rushing. I mean, that's crazy. Even the Panthers are better than them right now, and all of it because they lost Joe Burrow. When he's there, he just brings a different type of element, and the team just do better all around with him. He almost willed them into the playoffs last year. He would have gotten MVP if they made it to the playoffs. So, um, yeah, I don't think who's at quarterback right now. The Bengals are sliding. Maybe Flacco can warm up against the Packers, and he might get him a few wins later on in the season until Burrow can come back. But yeah, I feel like they're going to cover the spread. I feel like yeah, I feel like they're going to cover. You said it was a 14-point spread.
It's a 14 and a half point spread. Again, I think Flacco's an upgrade, obviously, over Browning, but he's definitely no Burrow.
Yeah.
And they're saying I think Burrow's going to be at least 2 or 3 months out. So by that time he actually comes out, I think the Bengals are going to be out of the playoff picture altogether.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I thought it was interesting that they brought on Flacco. I mean, I guess they got nothing to lose, but I guess in their mind they just need to win about 4 or 5 more games until Burrow comes back. But if he's out the full 2 or 3 months, then it's not looking good. Yeah. All right. Now we got the Seahawks and the Jaguars, and you can see the numbers, right, Jeremy?
There's a little bit of delay on the stream, hadn't come up yet.
No worries. Let me see if I can fix
There
it.
they are. There they are.
Oh yeah, it's a delay on the stream. Okay. Well, okay. At least they're popping up. Let me see. So you got fifth, 11th, fifth in points scored, 11th in points allowed, fifth in passing, 19th in rushing, and -1 take rate differential for the Seahawks. And the Jags, the surprising Jags, coming off the Chiefs win. Uh, I thought their best stat was the +8 in takeaway. That's why I highlighted second in the league. They're taking things away. They took Patch all the way to the house, 99 yards. Um, their defense is points allowed number 8, and Travis Hunter is not the anchor of it, surprisingly. Um, their passing rank, not surprisingly, bottom half. Trevor Lawrence he's good, but they just can't get it together. What's the spread for this one?
It's only 1.5, so it's kind of a even push here. I mean, you got the Jaguars obviously coming off that big upset. Lawrence is obviously the best performance of the year for him. The problem is going to be the Seahawks have no pass rush. I don't know if you saw that game against Mayfield, especially in like the fourth quarter. Mayfield had all the time back there. They can't do that with Lawrence. They play the run well. Sam Darnold, the fifth highest scoring offense with Cooper Cup.
Mm-hmm.
You got a top 5 offense against a top 10 defense. It's gonna be a close game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It'll be interesting to watch. I think I'm gonna have to go with Jacksonville for that. They're coming in hot after a win with Kansas City. But I still don't think Jacksonville's a playoff team. I know you're saying they are. That's a good little. Maybe we can bet an In-N-Out Burger. I just can't picture the Jaguars going to the playoffs. They've been historically bad for years, but hell, they're doing really good. They're 4-1. So, and I feel like they'll beat the Seahawks. So, you're definitely right. For now.
And I think the Seahawks might take this one just because it's a short week.
Mhm.
They did a lot on Monday night against a tough team, and you got Sam Darnold again with a top five offense coming in there. I don't know. I think on a short week, I think they're going to struggle a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It could be. It could go either way for sure. Right. Oh boy, this is gonna be intense. I'll read off the numbers real quick and then we'll give our analysis. Lions, first in points scored, 17th in points allowed, 12th passing rank, 7th rushing rank, plus 6 turnover differential. The Chiefs, 12th in points scored, 13th points allowed, 9th passing rank, 11th rushing rank, and plus 4 turnover differential. The crazy thing about that is you're going to have Steve Spagnuolo versus Jared Goff. We've historically seen Jared Goff fold under complicated defenses. He's also played very well. I'm not taking it away from him. He resurrected his career in Detroit, but he has folded against complicated defenses. And with Spagnuolo being 13th in the league, I feel like he could give Jared Goff some problems. And as far as Mahomes goes, he is a little. He feels like he has to play hero ball, but I think he can handle Dan Campbell's. Um, I think he can handle Dan Campbell's defense. He knows what he's doing, especially after last week throwing that pick six. Um, if their offense doesn't force him to play hero ball, I think the Chiefs got this one. He can make the plays, he can make the throws, and Goff. I don't think he can handle Steve Spagnuolo's defense.
The Chiefs need this one. They absolutely do. After what happened to them on Monday, it's a Sunday night game, but it's going to be a hard game for them to rebound.
Hmm.
The problem it really isn't Mahomes, it's that defense of the Chiefs. Just last game, they gave up 13 penalties, giving up 109 yards.
Hmm.
The Lions' offense is too good. If they can't do that in this game, or they're going to lose it.
Hmm.
I mean, Goff leads the league in completions and passing touchdowns right now.
Yeah.
So they got to turn it around because at 2-3, it's only a 2.5 point spread in the Chiefs' favor.
Hmm.
So they're expecting the Chiefs to bounce back, but it's gonna be a tough one. They're playing at the Chiefs, so they got a chance here, but they need to win this game.
Yeah, yeah, I'm shocked that they actually have the Chiefs winning. I thought after losing to Jacksonville, they would have the Chiefs kind of sliding down, but you can't really bet against the three-headed monster Mahomes, Spagnuolo, and Reed. Everything else just has to fall in place. And you're right, the defense did get a lot of penalties. But if they can turn on their A game, I think they're going to give Golf some problems for sure. Right. Okay. This is going to be interesting. First of all, I think the Chargers are going to blow them out the water, but they are struggling. They have lost two games where they should have won, and the one game that I'm happy they lost was against the Commanders. You know, if you guys don't know, me and Jeremy are from the DC metropolitan area, town of Leesburg, Virginia. Um, Obviously, I've moved around. He's moved around. I was born and raised in Alexandria. Blah blah blah. Jeremy, where were you before Leesburg?
Yeah, I've always been in Leesburg and now in Martinsburg,
Gotcha.
so
Yeah.
always kind of DC area.
Yep. That's all Redskins or Commanders country. So we were very excited that they won, but we'll get to them later. Uh, the Chargers are kind of reeling from those two losses, and I feel like they'll make a cakewalk of the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill's out. Tua's not playing consistent. Mike McDaniel's is on the hot seat. Um, I just see them. I see the Dolphins continuing to slide, and I don't think they're going to get that win against the Chargers. How about you, Jeremy?
Yeah, I don't know if McDaniels makes it out to the end of the year. I think he's lost the locker room. I think he's lost the confidence from the ownership, which is just crazy when you look. You got Tua, you got Waller, you got Waddle. You've got a chance there with the offense, but that defense that the Dolphins have, they're giving up 29 points a game. They gave up 200 yards rushing to one player last week with the Panthers. This is a Charger comeback game, especially after what happened last time. The key to the Dolphins is going to be the offensive line of the Chargers. They've got a lot of injuries. You saw what happened with the Commanders, how they were able to get to Herbert late.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't think it's going to be enough to win this game for the Dolphins, but that's something to look out for too, is whether they can keep Herbert upright.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. That'll be a good game to see. What did you say the spread was?
The spread's 4.5 in the favor of the Chargers.
Gotcha, gotcha. It should be higher, right? Like probably about
Yeah, I think that's pretty light. I think the Chargers easily cover that.
yeah, for sure. All right. Now we got the new look Patriots versus the Saints. Nothing to see here. I think Drake May and company are going to roll through New Orleans. Rattler had a good season. I mean, a good game last game. Um, I just think the Patriots are coming into their identity. Um, Mike McDaniels is back as the offensive coordinator. You saw all the success he had with, I'm sorry, Josh McDaniels. You saw all the success he's had with Brady. I think this is an easy one for the Patriots. So I'll just list off the numbers real quick. 12th in points scored, ninth in points allowed, seventh passing rank. That's awesome. Top seven, top 10 passing. With Drake May. But 27th in rushing rank. I know the Saints have the edge on them in rushing and takeaway differentials, but I think this one goes to the Patriots. How about you, Jeremy?
I agree. The spread's only 3.5, and I think that's light. I think the Patriots easily cover that. The Saints coming off their first win. The only reason they won that really was the defense and their five takeaways and the mistakes that the Giants made. Rattler played a pretty good game. There was no turnovers, but for some reason, I just don't see him as a starting quarterback in the league. And I think the Patriots coming off that big win against the Bills, I think they found something. I think they continue on their streak this week against the Saints.
Yeah, yeah, and Stefan Diggs, he had about 150 yards last game, so him and May have a really great connection. Yeah,
Yep,
so
yep.
it'll be interesting to see. Yeah.
Got the London game up next.
Yep, Denver versus the Jets, easy cakewalk. Um, their defense is second in points allowed. That's incredible. And Bo Nix is a hell of a quarterback. So I feel like Justin Fields might have some crazy plays up his sleeve, but I mean, look at this for the Jets: 32nd in point, 31st in points allowed, 28th in passing. They are third in rushing, -8 takeaway differential, which is horrible, and 19th in points scored. Um, Obviously, the Broncos look more well rounded, so that's an easy one for them. The New York Jets might only win one or two games this whole year, if that.
The only way I see the Jets doing anything is going to be that long flight, that layover, that game in Europe. That could be the only thing I see that could possibly hurt the Broncos right now. The spread's 7.5, and I think that's light. Fields needs to be more consistent, but to be honest with you, the problem really isn't in the offense, it's that defense. The Jets have played 5 games, they're 0-5, and they are giving up 27 points or more in every single one of those. You got too much going on with the Broncos. You got Patrick Surtain in that defense. You got Bo Nix playing lights out,
Mm-hmm.
and you got a healthy, finally J.K. Dobbins with that run game. You got an equal offense right there, and I think it's just going to be too much for the Jets to overcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 second.
Give him his pick.
I know. I'm about to stop it. Just shake my water at him. um. So you're good, buddy. You're good. Um. Where were we? the Broncos
going
and
on to the
Steelers.
Browns and Steelers.
No, no. Yeah, but I wanted to say something about Denver. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say about them, but yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Did you notice that the Jets defense have been playing bad because they got rid of Salah, the coach, last year? He was a defensive coach, and guess what? Now the 49ers are playing well on defense when they have no starters. Even Nick Bosa's out. The Jets should have kept Salah at defensive coordinator and picked up an offensive coach because ever since he left, the Jets had just been terrible on defense. Just thought I'd put that in there. It's like Salah's a
No,
good
no,
coach, huh?
nope, I agree with you.
Yeah. Another major story. Um, they got Dylan Gabriel as the starter, Flacco to the Bengals, which we talked about earlier, and everyone wants to know where Shadur is going to end up. I don't think the Browns want him at all. I mean, we already knew that in the beginning of the year, but the fact that the coach is even being non-committal on who the backup is, uh, it's just incredible how they're treating this young man. But Dylan Gabriel played it decent. He didn't make any mistakes. He got 2 touchdowns. And he faces the Steelers defense that's very inconsistent. If they show up, they show up, but they're ranked 20th in points allowed, points scored 17th, not that great. Then you got the Browns, of course, 31st in points scored, 21st in points allowed. You know their defense is about similar to Pittsburgh. Um, and I'm not buying the passing rank. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Dylan Gabriel, but they haven't found their rhythm yet. Um, and so on paper it looks like they're pretty even. And honestly, if Miles Garrett can give Aaron Rodgers enough fits, this game could be competitive. But how will Gabriel perform against the Pittsburgh if they decide to really show up this week? What do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot out of Gabriel yet. The game against the Vikings last week, it's a lot of short passes. Maybe they open up the playbook a little bit. They let him do a little more this week. But it's gonna be tough against that Steeler defense. You got TJ Watt and the Steelers got the second most sacks in the league right now, going up against a rookie quarterback. I think it's gonna be tough. Spread is 5.5. I think the Steelers take it, especially in Pittsburgh. Right now, I think the Steelers are in the driver's seat to win that division. You got the Browns struggling, you got the Ravens, you got the Bengals all kind of struggling right now. The Steelers aren't top elite, but the other teams in their division right now, I think the Steelers right now are in the driver's seat to make the playoffs.
Yeah. All they got to do is win their division, and I don't see why they
Yeah.
wouldn't. Even if they lost to every other team outside of their division, we've seen some teams that were under 500 and won their division. So yeah, you're right. They got a clear driver's seat. Obviously, they're not going to be under 500 under Tomlin. Um, but hey, they could be a sleeper if they have an easy win of their division and make it to the postseason. While the AFC, Chiefs and Buffalo and the usual suspects that we're picking right now, make it that far. The Steelers could have a nice little pathway to a long postseason. But we'll see. Speaking of the quarterback class, we mentioned Dylan and Shador. Look at the numbers. And this is why I guess a lot of people don't want to talk about Shador, but you got Cam Ward, who was the number one overall pick, and Dylan even went before Shador. Everybody went after, but no one is performing well. 31st point scored, 26 points allowed, 32nd in passing. 32nd, that's the bottom. So hopefully Cam can turn it around. I'm not going to put it all on him. Tennessee is a bad team overall, but he has to do a little bit better. And he's kind of childish. I know a lot of people kind of thought it was funny when he was like, "We're playing like ass right now," but um, they got to figure it out. They got to figure it out. If he doesn't win more games and get his numbers at least at a respectable level, even no matter how bad the team is, that might be a bust in the draft. And I'm not even saying that as a Shador fan. I don't even think Shador is a generational quarterback. I just think he should have got drafted around like the top 5 or top 10. Because look at your top number one pick. Look how he's playing. And then on the Raiders, you got Geno Smith. Uh, I mean, I say this almost every week. The Geno Pete Carroll combo is not working. Pete Carroll himself is not working. He might not even make it to the end of the year, and if he does, he might get canned at the end of the year. It's just not working at all. He thought he could have a Seattle Magic, but this is just terrible. And Geno leads the league in interceptions. So, what do you think? What's the spread on this one?
It's a 4.5 point spread in favor of the Raiders. It's going to be a tough game to watch. I mean, this game on paper, it is what exactly what it looks like. It's two struggling teams. I got the Raiders winning this only because they're at home. That's the only reason I got this. You got Geno Smith and Pete Carroll again, but again, it's not the same combo that you saw in Seattle. There's something missing there. Just last week, giving up 40 points. It's going to be a tough one to win. Someone's got to win this one, right? So
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So, I'm surprised they're giving it to the Raiders. Well, I'm not surprised. Tennessee's that bad, but yeah. This is going to be an ugly game. But some of these make for the most entertaining. All right. Another blowout. Well, not that the last game was a blowout, but I think you know just with the Ravens being 32nd in points allowed, I think the Rams are going to blow through them. In my opinion, as I've said in the first few videos, the Rams are the most complete team. They got Matthew Stafford, they got Sean McVay, and they have a pretty a stingy defense. If their defense can crack the top 10, which they're just outside of it, they can make a deep run in the playoffs. And Matthew Stafford is, a lot of people like to talk about Burrow and Allen and Lamar, but Matthew has been consistently playing at an elite level for years, I think over a decade. And him and McVay have been the perfect match. Um, the Steelers tried to grab him first, which is why they didn't grab Rodgers. I thought they were trying to, you know, get rid of everybody, not get any of the new quarterbacks coming in, and then it came later on that they wanted to get Stafford because he's that good of a quarterback. So because of that, I think they're going to blow through the Ravens. Points allowed 32nd. And then with Lamar out, that passing rank's going to drop pretty bad too. I'm surprised they didn't get Flacco. It's just the Rams got this easily. And don't again these numbers don't matter because these are while Lamar was healthy. 6 in points scored. I know that's not happening this time around. What do you got this
yeah,
one?
it's a 7.5. It's a 7.5 game spread in favor of the Rams. The key to this one's going to be the injuries that the Ravens have.
Mm-hmm.
You got Lamar Jackson, Flowers, Hamilton, Humphrey, Ricard. You got Raycon Smith. It's injuries on both the offense and the defense at this point. It's too much. These aren't just regular players. These are their all-star players on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
So you're looking at first team defense going against a second team at this point. So I think the Rams bounce back. I know they struggled a little bit last week against Mac Jones, but I think they got too many players, too many playmakers at this point. I think the Rams win this one.
Yeah, and if McVay makes a couple play calls and that guy doesn't fumble on the 1 yard line, the Rams win the game. They'll be 4-1. So they beat themselves last week. So they're definitely going to bounce back from this one for sure. All right. Speaking of who beat the Rams, we got the 49ers 4-1. Mac Jones, I think he's dethroning Brock Purdy, number one in passing. And the Buccaneers aren't too far off either, number six. Uh, shoot. This is going to be a pretty entertaining game. It looks evenly matched. I know the 23rd in points allowed. That's kind of like a bottom of the barrel. But I know they're going to come to play. They're excited for this. Two 4-1 teams. This is going to be a very very competitive game. And it's funny. Look, 22nd point scored, 7th point scored, 6 points allowed, 23rd in points allowed. I mean, that's kind of funny. They're kind of crisscrossing, but yeah. Who do you got on this one? I bet you the spread's like point 0.5, huh? For the Bucks.
It, it it's 2.5 in favor of the Bucks, but this is my game of the week. I think this could easily be a shootout, which I'm loving because you've got two throwaway quarterbacks. You got Mayfield and Mac Jones. And again, they were cast off. They thought they were out of the league. They weren't good. But at this point in their careers, they're going amazing. And Mayfield is probably the best fourth quarter quarterback that's in the league right now. The 49ers don't really have a pass rush. And if you leave Mayfield back there, you got problems there. You got Mac Jones had 342 passing yards last week. The Buccaneers secondary is beat up. I expect this to be a shootout. I think the Buccaneers win it with a Mayfield fourth quarter comeback. But I feel this one's going to be a shootout because you've got problems on both sides.
Yep, yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one. All right, we got the Bills and the Falcons. Um, Not too much to see here. I feel like the Bills are going to bounce back after their kind of surprising loss to the Pats. We know the Pats are a decent team, but we thought the Bills had that one easy. And Atlanta's still trying to find their identity. I like Penix. I think he's a solid QB, but the Bills are just too much. The Bills are too much, and their defense is kind of improving week after week. Still bottom half of the league, but I think the Bills got this one easy. What is it? That one's probably like a 8 point spread, huh?
It's only 3.5 with in favor of the Bills. I think this one's going to be a little bit closer. It's your first Monday night game. You got two Monday night games this week. You got the Bills again coming off that tough loss. No undefeated teams like that you said in your last podcast. The Falcons have the number one overall defense in yards allowed, and that thinking that of the Falcons, you wouldn't think that. Penix has only been sacked 5 times. You've got Bijan Robinson with 4 to 9.5 yards per carry. You got Tyler Algier helping him out. Can the Bills bounce back? I think they've got better players, but I think it's going to be a tougher game than what you think, especially in Atlanta.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely going to be a hostile environment. Um, we'll be looking forward to seeing that for sure, for sure. What did they say the spread was? Only 4.5 to the Bills.
It's 3.5 to the Bills.
Wow, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. They're really cutting it. They're giving the Falcons a lot of credit. Yeah, yeah.
What do you think what do you think their biggest downfall was last week against the Patriots? And do you think Atlanta learned something from that?
Um, I think their biggest downfall is when they face someone that can match them offensively and where they have to defend on their defense. I think that's when they lose. Um, I feel like Josh Allen, he makes the throws he needs to make. He does what he has to do. But when their defense needs a crucial stop, whether it's Patrick Mahomes, whether it's any other, well, they beat Lamar last time in the playoffs. I just feel like their defense isn't top tier. I feel like if they really want to make a serious run, they could get by with the AFC kind of where it is right now with their bottom half defense. But I think when you get a formidable quarterback on the opposite end, their defense doesn't keep up with the offense, and Allen just has to play hero ball all the time, and that's just not a good combination. So I think the Achilles heel is their defense. Yeah. And yeah, that's what I mean. As far as if the Falcons can learn from that, I'm pretty sure they already know about that. And that's always been that way with the Bills. I think what 2 years ago maybe they actually had a really solid defense, but Josh Allen was still coming into his own. But yeah, yeah, yeah. It's I look for the Falcons to try to attack the Bills defense, but then it's going to be, since the Falcons still are trying to find their identity. It's like, is it going to be a shootout? Are they going to attack the Bills defense the way Allen is going to attack Atlanta's? And you said they were number one in points allowed, the Falcons. Can you hear me? You there?
I think you're freezing on my end.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, all right. We're almost at the end. All right. Can you hear me? What is going on? You there? technical difficulties. Oh, we'll give it a couple more seconds because we were just at the Washington game. We almost made it to the end. Let me, yeah. All right. I think I lost him. Still trying to iron out the kinks here. Um, oh man, I really wanted you to get with the Washington game. Uh, but we're in the middle. We're live right now, so I don't know how to. Okay, I'm trying to text him too to see. Jeremy, where you at, bro? All right, all right. Let me see video settings. All right. Okay. I gotta hurry up and wrap this stream up. Okay. All right. We made it to the end pretty much. Um. Okay. So. Oh, Jeremy's back in. Hold on. Let's see. You gotta love technology, y'all. Yeah, he said he logged back in. Hold on, let me try again. Oh man, you gotta love technology, man. This is horse shit. It's like, no, I'm playing. All right. Maybe if I send him the same link. Uh, Let me refresh. Guest one. All right. All right. Dang. All right. All right. So let me just wrap up the Washington one, and then we gotta stop the streaming and figure it out. We working. We working. Hope you guys like that. He's really good with football. This is all me and my friends do. I grew up with this guy, and all we do is talk sports. So he was really excited to get on the stream. But man, this stuff is not as easy as it looks. All right, so let me just knock out this Washington game, and then I'm gonna get back to him and see what happened. Uh, all right, the rematch of the Hail Mary game. Uh, I love the direction that the Commanders are going right now. They're ranked number one in rushing, and a lot of that isn't due because of Jaden Daniels. Um, it's just, I mean, Mariota's a good backup, but Jaden Daniels just brings a certain type of energy to the team, and his play matches that energy. And even though on paper, look, passing ranked 23rd, uh, takeaway differential is average, where the Bears got +5. I just think that you know, with Jaden at the helm, Washington can really go places. Um, I know that the Caleb Williams is coming into his own also. 11th in points scored, 14th ranked passing. He's definitely improving, and he's showing that he's not a wasted pick. So I'm really excited to see what happens. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders, obviously, in that game, and just simply for the fact because of Jaden Daniels. Obviously, it's a team sport. Dan Quinn's doing a hell of a job. He has everybody together. But without Jaden, that spark that he brings on his play and emotionally amongst the team, um, it's just the. I mean, you saw it. I mean, the Redskins won't do that well. So I mean, he's been a blessing for the franchise. And with this one, I think I'm gonna have to give to the Commanders because I don't care if they're playing freaking two teams at once, the best team in the league. I'm always gonna go with the Commanders. So, how's that for some bias for you? But all right, I'm gonna go check on what happened with Jeremy. Thank you guys for joining our stream. More to come. Maybe I'll try to squeeze one in tomorrow. I'll holler at y'all later. All right, peace.